What up, world? This is Win the Artist, and this is my new video blog, video cast, whatever you want to call it. I'm here to try and make you some money, make you a better fantasy football player, make you a better NBA basketball fantasy football player. Daily fantasy, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make your game better, baby. So first, I'm doing this late, so it's week 10 of the NFL season. I'm sure a lot of you have been playing FanDuel, but you have not been winning money. Winning $2 when you put in $1 is better than winning no dollars because you get to play another game and greater your chances of winning that 200,000, that 100,000, even that $400 for coming in first. So I'm gonna just run down my picks. Tell you what I will put my money on, what I'm gonna put my money on. I'll probably update you and tell you how I'm doing or what happened. Even if you don't play this week, you just want to get a taste of it. See if I'm right, see if I'm wrong, judge it for yourself. So, in FanDuel, they got different categories. So, I like doing Thursday through Monday games, then doing a Sunday only game, and then doing a primetime game. And that's like in between $7 and $9, depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I'm getting money, I got money, I'm gonna put $9 towards them games, and anything extra, is just any extra games that I'm getting in. But for the Thursday through Monday games, that one normally costs $1. I would probably get in them on Wednesday or so once you find out if everybody practicing, if anybody's gonna miss a game, who's missed practices and things of that nature. But for my quarterback, I'm going with Cam Newton. Cam Newton's playing Tennessee. You saw what Cam Newton did to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, my man put up damn near 34 points in FanDuel in daily fantasy. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Cam Newton right there. It's a good pick for a quarterback, and he doesn't cost as much as Tom Brady. He's in that tier 1 category, but it's still cheap enough for you to still do more with the rest of your lineups. For my running back, I'm going Justin Forsett. He's just coming off a bye. He just had an okay game, but they're playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense, let's be serious. That's all I can really say. Justin Forsett, I think in my fantasy, he's projected like 15 points. I'm thinking Justin Forsett actually balls out on Jacksonville. Hopefully he does, because I got Paul Posnazzi in my fantasy. Paul get a couple tackles, probably, hopefully Paul give him about 10, 11 points, but that's a different story. So we got Justin Forsett. He's a nice tier 1 running back. He's average just around in between 7 and 8 grand, so you still got money to move around. I always like to have sleeper picks. So for my second running back, my sleeper pick, which is really not a sleeper, is James Starks. James Starks is playing the Detroit Lions. We saw what Charkendrick West did to the Detroit Lions. So that's enough said. If Charkendrick West can get off on the Lions, then James Starks and that Green Bay Packers offense should be able to do something dirty. And James Starks is actually priced, considerably cheap. And for my wide receivers, you get 3 wide receivers. I'm going Allen Robinson. Oh my God, Allen Robinson is balling out this season. Blake Bortles he's having an incredible season, and Allen Robinson is really reaping the benefits. You can go either Allen Robinson or Allen Hurns because they're both priced in between about $100-$200 difference. So you can't lose. They're playing the Baltimore Ravens. You can't lose with Allen Robinson. That's a sure bet. He's going to get the targets. He's actually going to catch those balls. I don't know if you watch any of these games, but just watch the highlights. My man catches the ball whenever it's thrown to him. Secondly, we have Martavis Bryant. He's still cheap, which is great. It's wonderful because you got so much room to move around. With Landry Jones coming in as quarterback for the next couple of weeks, we know that Martavis Bryant is going to get the targets. When defenses have to play Pittsburgh, they're like, okay, Antonio Brown's disgustingly nasty, but Martavis Bryant is like disgustingly nasty too. So what do? You have to double coverage Antonio Brown, but you got to put somebody on Martavis Bryant because you don't know where he's going to come. He might come out of the backfield on you. He might catch a screen. He might just run over the top of you. So I'm taking Martavis Bryant. He's still pretty cheap as well. You know, the whole thing about this daily fantasy is getting good picks at a good value. I don't really spend my money on those expensive players, those high-name players like your Julio Jones is, your Tom Brady's, because most of your money's gone, but you can get the same benefits, the same product if you go ahead and get a cheaper guy like Allen Robinson or Martavis Bryant, because Martavis Bryant is playing the Cleveland Browns. I mean, the Cleveland Browns defense have not been the Cleveland Browns that we came to know and love over the past few years. So I'm going to go ahead and take Martavis and say I'm going to say he's put up about 20, hopefully about 22 points. You know, because if you score 160 points in your daily fantasies, then that's going to put you in some money, whether that's $2 or $40, whatever it is. Money's money. You're making it. You know, you're making a profit off of it, so you're good to go. My third receiver, I'm going to say Amari Cooper, because they're playing the Minnesota Vikings. With Amari Cooper, this rookie, oh my God, I don't have to say anything about Amari Cooper that talk shows, ESPN, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, anybody has said about Amari Cooper. So that goes without saying. If you need to save a couple $100, Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree. Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree are priced just around the same amount, about $102 difference, just like Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns. So you can't go wrong with Amari Cooper or Michael Crabtree. They're playing the Minnesota Vikings, like I said. For my tight end, you have to go with Gronkowski. You know, last week Gronkowski did me kind of dirty. I wasn't expecting him to give me 6 points, but it's okay. You know, it's football. Everybody has good games. Everybody has bad games. You know, you can't say, oh, no, I'm not rolling with that guy because he had a bad game. You know, it's Gronkowski. And they're playing the New York Giants. The teams that have dismantled that New York Giants defense over the last 3-4 weeks, wow. Did you see what Drew Brees did to those guys? Wow. Imagine what Tom Brady would do to those guys. And for my kicker, I got, I always fuck up his name, but it's like Catzanario, the Arizona Cardinals kicker. They're playing Seattle. Reason why I'm picking this guy, he's pretty cheap, and either it's going to be a high-scoring game or it's going to be a low-scoring game in between Seattle and Arizona. Both of those defenses are pretty nasty, but both of those defenses can give up 30 points on any given Sunday. And as far as my defense goes, I'm taking the Cardinals defense. They're pretty cheap as well, and the Cardinals playing the Seahawks. It can go either way. If it's a low-scoring game, that's cool. As long as they don't score more than 10 points, I get to keep my 10 points and finish with about 10 or 11 from my defense, depending on if we can get some sacks on Russell Wilson or not. But that's for my Thursday through Monday games. Sunday, I've actually got, for my quarterback, these are the Sunday-only games. I know I always get in the dollar games. I got Jay Cutler going as my quarterback. They're playing the Rams. That Rams defense is, they're pretty banged up. They're pretty bruised up and they're pretty hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and say Jay Cutler just blows the top off of him with Alshon Jeffrey. That's just me, though. Then I have Mark Ingram. They're playing the Redskins. You can't go wrong with Mark Ingram. He's a consistent guy. Whether he's going to get you his 11 points at least every week without fail. So I'm going with Mark Ingram. His upside is pretty high. He's playing in that Saints offense. You can either sub in Mark Ingram or you can put in D'Angelo Williams. They're playing Cleveland. So we already know the story on D'Angelo Williams. Whenever he comes in the game, it's a wrap, especially in that Steelers offense with Ben Roethlisberger gone. So you can't go wrong with Mark Ingram or D'Angelo Williams. So for my sleeper pick, I've got that rookie Langford who plays for the Chicago Bears along with Jay Cutler. They're playing that Rams defense, that banged-up defense. So I'm banking on that defense not coming through. Langford's pretty cheap in FDS as well. Then for my receivers, I have Mike Evans. Mike Evans should keep putting up nasty numbers. Since you got Vincent Jackson out of the game, Vincent Jackson been bruised up. So I got Mike Evans going against the Cowboys defense. You know, can't go wrong there. I mean, he's either going to give you 11 or he's going to give you 30. And that's just that. Then I have John Brown, the receiver for the Cardinals. They're playing the Seahawks. Old Smokey is what they call him, because that's what he does. He's going to smoke you. And he's just coming off a bye week. He has some time to heal. He was playing on 2 hurt hamstrings, but now he's fully healthy. He's 100% because he didn't play. He didn't play those last 2 weeks, so he should be good to go against that Seahawks defense. Let's see. Then we got, for my third receiver, I got Alshon Jeffrey. Once again, another Chicago Bears player that's going to play that St. Louis banged-up defense. That's what I'm counting on to give me this money. For my tight end, you know, I'm always going to go Gronk because Gronk is the best tight end in football. So, you know, Gronk is worth that $8,000 because he can give you the numbers that a wide receiver give you for $8-9 grand. Them same numbers Antonio Brown give you, Gronkowski can give you the same. So I'll go ahead and take Gronk for that $8,500 price tag that they charged me for. Then I got Justin Tucker as my kicker going against Jacksonville. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. Either the Ravens are going to put up 30 points by airing it out, or they're going to put up 30 points by kicking this damn football in the field goal. You know, Justin Tucker always put them up through the uprights. And they're playing Jacksonville, so I'm thinking it's going to be about a 27-20 kind of game. Not all field goals, but that's that. And then for my defense, I actually got the Patriots defense against the New York Giants. You know, sometimes the Patriots defense get off. And when they get off pretty nasty. Like, they got some big guys on that front. I think it's front four. I know Chandler Jones is just disgusting when he wants to play. And that's the Sunday only game. Now the big game, the games that I put the most money in, is the prime time only games. So that's your Sunday night games going into your Monday games. Like I said, it's $5. It's called the NBC something $5. You'll see it. I got Andy Dalton going against Houston. It goes without saying Andy Dalton is on his way to be MVP in his league. He's trying his best. He's putting up the numbers to do it. So I'm going with Andy Dalton against the Houston defense. I got Marshawn Lynch going against Arizona. Marshawn Lynch is Marshawn Lynch. I mean, there's nothing else to say. They run that offense through him. Hopefully he's 100% healthy and he can get back to being Marshawn that we know and love. Then for my second running back, I have CJ2K. Oh my God. The guy is so cheap still. Like, I don't understand how he's so cheap, and he's one of the leading rushers in the league right now. So I'm taking CJ2K against that Seahawks defense. I don't care. CJ2K all day. Of course, I got John Brown. John Brown, that's my guy. You know, that's my sleeper second-year guy, man. Second year in the league, he knows what it takes, how to do it, how to get there, and most importantly, he's fast and he can catch. So I'm expecting him to blow the top off Seattle. Then I got DeAndre Hopkins playing against Cincinnati's defense. I know Houston's quarterback situation is pretty jacked up, or whatever you want to call it, but DeAndre Hopkins is the guy. The leading receiver in the NFL. I mean, come on, man. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to blow past you. He's going to go over the top. He's going to catch screens. He's going to be guys everywhere. He's catching everything that's getting thrown to him. I don't know if y'all watched that training camp video, but oh my God. He's breaking cats off this year. Then I got actually Mohamed Sanu as my third receiver. He's pretty cheap still. I like what Cincinnati's doing with all these receivers. They mix it up so much that it's almost kind of hard to pick who's going to go off that week, because A.J. Green cannot go off one week, but Mohamed Sanu can go off. So I like the packages that they're bringing in for Mohamed Sanu to get the ball in the backfield, screen passes, you know, just flying across you. And also they're playing Houston, so that was a no-brainer for me. Then I'm taking Tyler Eifert. I mean, either he's going to get off or he's not going to get off. Of course, since we're playing DFS, I'm assuming everybody that I'm picking is going to get off. So I got Tyler Eifert. My kicker would be Stephen Hauschka. guys, money, man. It's Seattle, so you know they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna get to the 40, and then they're gonna have to kick a field goal. That's just that. If he gets 3 40-yard field goals in the game, shit, he got more points than most of the kickers in the league. You can't ask much more from Steven, man. Then for my defense, I got the Bengals defense in Houston. Okay, it's okay if DeAndre Hopkins gets off, as long as I can get some sacks, which I'm banking on them guys getting back there, eating up some sacks, you know, forcing a couple fumbles on the quarterback and things of that nature. So since that's the $5 game on Sunday, you really can't overspend on everybody because it's only 4 teams playing. So, hey man, those are my picks. That's what I think. I am Win the Artist. You got any questions you want to debate, you want to talk about something, let me know. Hit me up, man. I'll put my email up here or somewhere down there where you can hit me up on email. So I might give you my phone number. You can text me, call me. Let's talk about it and figure out how we're going to get this money together, man. DFS is the way to go while you can still do it. I'm sorry if you live in New York. Hey, it wasn't my call. I wish y'all could play, but you know, you no longer can play, my friend. You got to move or something. So hit me up, man. If you got any questions, let me know. I am Win the Artist. I'm signing off. I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming, man.